Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, The G10s. We are here back at Quarantine to take you guys through the process of brick making from the first step to the last step. And the first step, or rather the most essential step, is to identify a piece of land where you're going to dig up the soil. And this piece of land is not just any type of soil that we're going to dig up, but it should contain either clay or loam soil. But preferably clay soil because it makes better bricks than loam soil. But either of the two is fine. So after identifying the piece of land, we remove the grass cover, or rather the vegetation cover, then we dig it up. And this soil that we're digging up should be fine. So we add lots and lots of water so that the mixture can be very, very fine. So after it's fine, we cover it with the dry grass and leave it to ferment for approximately a month. So a month later, after it has fermented, we remove the grass cover from it and we dig up the fermented soil once again. So remember, we don't go to dig up any other soil, but it is the fermented soil that we had left it a month, that we had prepared a month ago. So after digging it up and adding more water so that it becomes stickier, we take now the sticky mud which had fermented and place it in a wooden box for shaping or for molding. And remember, these wooden boxes actually come in different sizes depending on the contractor, or rather the client that you have. And as we actually see what is going on, we can just actually have a talk with the people who are here, yani watu wenye wako kwa ground, so that they can at least tell us more on how they do this, what's happening, because we can see it, but we need the experts to tell us more on what is going on, because you and I, we are both not experts in this, but they are. Here we actually talked about the fermentation process, which is actually what is going on over here. This has actually been left for 1 month, and you can see the grass that we had told you guys we cover the soil with. So after 1 month, the fermentation process is over. So what happens is they dig out a portion, but that is after removing the grass cover. So they dig out a portion, and from there, let me before I go on, let me look for a place to get down. So after removing the grass cover, they dig out and they mix it with water, so it becomes somehow muddy, somehow sticky. Then after that, what happens is what we are seeing is going on over here. Yes, exactly what is going on. So if you can notice the difference between this soil and that soil, this soil is much more sticky, or it's wetter than the other type of soil. So once it has been dug and it has imekwa maji until it is the correct amount of sticky or the amount of wet, what happens is they take a portion of it and they throw it here in this wooden box. I don't know if it has a name. We'll ask about that. So habari yako? Naona unafanya kazi nzuri. So endelea tu. Nikiweza kuuliza hii box, tuliongelelea width ya hii box. Hii box iko na upana wa nini ngapi? Unaweza niambia measurements zake?
Measurements agogi. Measurements za sanduku ni ngapi?
Siko kitika 10 by 5, 10 by 4.5.
So yenu ya 10 by 5? Na mbona unaweka maji? Naona ukitoa hii nini kwa maji, unaiongeza maji tena.
Ndio, nikiweka hii matope kwa soft kutoka wakati naenda kumwaga huko.
Naona unafanya kazi nzuri na unafanya haraka. So maybe let's say kwa siku unaweza tengeneza matofali ngapi?
Ina depend na distance. Kama ground ni karibu, naweza mwaga 1500. mpaka 2,000. Kama ground iko mbali ni 1,200 mpaka 1,000.
Sasa kama sasa hivi ni mko hapo mnasaidiana watatu hivi, unaweza tengeneza kangapi?
Hapa mpaka 15. Kipungua kabisa ni 1,200. Pia inategemea na masaa. Nikikuja mapema wenye namba natengeneza mingi.
I'm actually scared to try. I don't know if I can try. Naweza jaribu pia mimi kufanya hivyo. Should I try or should I? I'm scared of mud. But we'll learn. It's heavy and it's falling apart. It's actually not as easy as I saw it.
You need to have an experience.
Hey! I saw him leveling it off.
Flat.
Ufinyirie. Kabisa. Kwa nguvu.
Mnaweza nisaidia.
Ongeza ingine sasa. Kama itatosha.
Imekuwa. Hapa huko kwa. Hiyo nataka nifanye hivi.
I think I will try it next time, not on camera, so that the next time I'm back here in quarantine, I will be an expert. But for now, behind the camera, I will be practicing it. So as I practice it and as I look for water to wash my hands, let us go and see another process that happens immediately after this. One thing I love about quarantine is that it has water almost everywhere. So I don't need to go back to the house to look for water to wash my hands. I can just wash it because there are streams almost everywhere in this place. And behind me you can see that the workers there are actually 3 people who are doing this work. So brick making is not just a one man's job, but it's actually something that is done by quite a number of people. After the brick making, or rather the molding of the brick, what happens is actually they're brought to a dry area where there is shade.
Yeah, after this one they are going to put some grasses on top of them.
And we can actually see they have been laid out in rows. Okay, I'm not sure if there's a specific distance that needs to be kept, but if I can roughly count. Let me actually count, and then I will know how many bricks they have laid, and I'll ask them the time that they started doing this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually of around 500 bricks, but I'm not sure. Okay, let me just ask one of them so that he can tell us how this happens. Habari yako?
Mzuri.
No, nafanya kazi nzuri. Naweza kusumbua kidogo, nieleze. So tumetoka huko, tumeona venye inatengenezwa. Sasa kutoka hapa venye unazimwaga chini, kuna lazima yake distance ama unahakikisha tu zisishikane?
Unahakikisha zisishikane. Ikisikana, wakati unakuja kusimamisha itakuwa imeharibika. Kwa hivyo lazima ache nafasi kidogo.
Na mmefanya hivi tangu mmekuwa hapa tangu saa ngapi?
Saa 3.
So that is actually around 1 hour 30 minutes. They have made 500 bricks. Wow. Kuna changamoto yenye mnaweza kuwa nayo, any challenge kutoka huko penye inawekwa kwa hiyo ni box yenu hadi mnaleta hapa?
Ndio.
Gani hiyo unaweza kuambia tu?
Distance. Hii distance kutoka huko. Mtu mmoja hawezi leta safari kutoka huko.
So lazima msaidiane.
Lazima tusaidiane. Kama ingekuwa ni karibu pale, yule angeendelea kumwagia ule udongo, na mimi naendelea kupanga tu. Itakuwa rahisi.
Na ni nini exactly ilikufanya ukaamua kuja ufanye kazi ya matofali?
Hii ni kilifanya.
Eh,
Maana hakuna kazi.
so hii ndio inakupatia nini?
Hii chakula ya siku.
Chakula ya siku.
Ndio. Hakuna nafasi. Hakuna kazi.
Asante. So guys, as you have heard, actually the main reason that he's here is because there are no jobs. So because there are no jobs, he opted for something that is actually something that is common in this area, that is brick making, because of the type of soil that they have, so that at least he can put a meal on his table. From the wooden box, the bricks are laid down for them to dry. Molding, what we saw earlier on in the morning, you remember that the bricks were laid out. Then after that, they're actually covered with
Dry grass?
Dry grass.
Yeah.
Why are they covered with the dry grass?
They are covered with dry grass to prevent them from breaking, and also to prevent them from direct sunlight, also rain that may affect them. Yeah.
Why from direct sunlight? I thought that they are placed over here to dry, right?
Yeah.
So why are you protecting them from direct sunlight?
Direct sunlight may make them to break.
So
Yeah.
you need them to dry slowly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And why I can see that we have these bricks are laid horizontally.
Yeah.
And these ones are vertically. Why?
They are laid horizontally so that they can dry slowly. Yeah. These ones are fully dried. That's the reason why they are laid vertically, as
So
you see.
For how long does it take for me to move from this stage to that
Yeah,
stage?
they may take around 2 weeks or what.
So after 2 weeks, you'll come and rearrange all the
Yeah.
others which have like
I
that.
arrange all of them. Yeah.
I had seen some bricks which were covered with nylon, and I just had to ask why. What was the reason for them being covered? In this part of the farm, I can actually see a difference.
Yeah.
The bricks are somehow dry and somehow firm.
Yeah, some of that. That's the reason why I cover them using the polythene bags so that they can dry faster. Yeah.
Actually, right now it's drizzling,
Yeah.
and I can see that the polythene is actually preventing the bricks
From
being
being
rained
done.
on.
Yeah.
So for how long are they supposed to stay like this?
How many?
How many weeks?
They can stay for 2 weeks also. Yeah.
So after 2 weeks, I think they're completely dry, then you arrange them.
Yeah, I arrange them on the side. Yeah.
And what about these blocks?
So as you can see, they are already baked up because of poor covering. Yeah. This is why they are baked up.
So will you just throw them away, or will you
Yeah.
remodel them?
The two ones, I will turn them to the outside so that I will mount them first. Yeah.
When the bricks are finally dry, they are arranged in columns or under a shade as they await the burning process, which is the final process.